means to be an Aryan. We live in a society today that is rapidly changing every day. Technology that allows us to connect to the most distant corners of the world with a simple tap of a button, and cars that let us drive thousands of miles without using a single drop of gas, all contribute to the proliferation of new ideas. What do I mean by the proliferation of new ideas? I mean the ability to tweet the first thing that comes to your mind to reach thousands of followers. The ability to record a speech and let millions of YouTubers absorb the expressed thoughts. The ability for me to spread any idea, any emotion, any knowledge that I may have in the hopes of educating or convincing a group of people to act upon what I believe is right. The topic I will be speaking about today relates to defining what it means to be a true Aryan, but not who a true Aryan is in a perfect case scenario, but how to be an Aryan in today's society. Many of you must be thinking, Rishi, the introduction you just gave has nothing to do with the topic you're supposed to be talking about. That's because I believe the definition of an Aryan needs to be expressed in two stages. The first stage is the development and retention of Arya Samaj morals and knowledge that all Aryans follow. The second stage is the real-life application of what we learn to better our lives. Much of our personalities as adults stems from what we learn and observe at a young age. As Aryans, we are taught to obey our parents and to respect our elders. Our parents work extremely hard to bring us up on a righteous path, to have good morals and knowledge that can benefit us in life. But as children, did we always learn exactly what they always wanted us to each and every time? No! Never have I met someone that has done only right things and had only righteous thoughts their entire life. What do I mean by someone that has done only right things their entire life? I mean the fact that many of us have never smoked, never drank, never cheated. That's pretty easy. But how about only having positive thoughts? I want everyone to take a second and think about yourself. Raise your hand if you have never, in your entire life, looked at someone with jealousy. If you have never looked at someone with the intention of beating them at something. If you have never judged someone. If you have never been mad at someone. If you have never been frustrated with yourself or felt any negative emotion, I want you to raise your hand. Alright, let me Okay. In today's society, domination and selfishness is not just accepted, it's encouraged. The funny part is, no one even notices. We are influenced by our friends and our competitors to always be improving our standard of living. We all want to be doctors and lawyers and entrepreneurs, and to do that, we need to beat everyone around us. We have to fear losing, be afraid of jealousy that comes with watching your friend get accepted into your dream school. Be terrified of failure, of not becoming a doctor, of not becoming a lawyer, of not becoming an entrepreneur, because that's what motivates us. We are motivated by monetary rewards, something which we think will bring us happiness, but ironically enough, it doesn't at all, and it does the very opposite. We are motivated by the belief that we can help people and make an impact on society, which is what children are taught to do the moment they are born. They are taught to help people in need, and that's what it means to be a true Aryan. But we drive to temple in Porsches and Lexuses, and we have houses with more bedrooms than the number of people that even live in that house. Yet there are people who don't have access to clean drinking water, who can't receive an education, and who are thankful for simply being able to walk and talk. Is all this wrong though? According to Vedic values and Arya Samaj, to be an Aryan, we should be content with what we have. We should be happy driving a 10-year-old Honda as long as it can get us from point A to point B. We can be using the money saved from driving a cheaper car or living in a smaller house and invest it into schools or helping people that have nowhere to live. For those of you that don't know, I go to Georgia State University in downtown Atlanta. I have a credit card which my parents fund with a seemingly endless amount of money. And by that I mean I can spend it anywhere, anytime, pretty much as I want. I also have emergency cash with me just in case somehow that doesn't work. So I'll be walking around campus and there'll be a homeless man. He comes up to me. He'll have one eye. He hasn't showered in days. I can tell by the way he smells and looks. His hair is all greasy. And he has a plastic bag, one of those bags you get at Kroger to put your milk in. that carries all of his belongings. All of his belongings in one plastic bag. He comes up to me. He's like, "Can I have $1 for food?" And I walk past him. I don't even look at him. And I walk away feeling disgust, but also I'm confused. Should I give him the $1? Is it bad that I was reluctant to not give a homeless man $1 to satisfy his hunger? So this is where stage 2 comes in, where we realize that we need to mold the morals we are taught in order to fit the society in which we live in. We need to understand that it is acceptable to feel inadequate, to feel greedy, to want to beat your neighbor at times in order to be motivated to do bigger and better things. For example, right now, this is a speech competition, and as much as it's an honor and privilege to be able to speak in front of you all and display my thoughts and what I learned through my research, I came here to win. I came to beat everyone else that is talking today. I came to be the best. And as much as I'm doing this to fulfill my own desires and to learn more for myself and the religion I follow, I want the prize that comes from winning first place. I'm motivated by the fear of someone else doing better than me. And as happy as I'll be for whoever can beat me, I'm going to feel a certain degree of resentment and jealousy. The thing is, that it's not just me that's going to feel that way, and it's not just at this competition. All the youth who are talking today want to win and have similar forms of motivation and fear that is driving them to do their best. And we all have these motivations and fears in our school, in our work, and we must act upon that if we want to succeed. We have to be selfish and discontent in certain areas of our life to get ahead. However, and I can't stress this enough, however, we need to simultaneously follow the Vedic values and Arya Samaj morals and knowledge that we are taught to be an Aryan. As I talked before, although we must apply our morals in the context of our situation, there are certain values that we can always follow. Honesty is something that everyone can practice at every moment of their lives. Being dishonest only has negative consequences. Some of the most well-known people in the world have been completely ruined, their reputations tarnished for lying. President Richard Nixon, Bernard Madoff, and Barry Bonds have all one thing in common. Whenever we hear their name, we don't think about the great things they accomplished. We think about the times they lied, they didn't tell us the truth, and they misrepresented information. Honesty is a concept of morality that can be followed at all levels of society and can help a person overcome any challenges they may face. Being tolerant of other people is one of the most important Arya Samaj principles. This covers all areas of life, whether it's someone's religion or someone's idea in a workplace. No matter where the situation is, Vedic values deem that we have to be tolerant of others. These are just a few of the virtues that we must strive to maintain to stay consistent with Arya Samaj principles and yet still improve ourselves in relation to the society in which we reside. A lot of what I've been talking about deals with a person's character and the moral beliefs that they use to determine what is right and what is wrong. There is no set way to be an Aryan today. Your ability to get ahead in life is dependent on how you treat yourself and how you treat others, by being honest and tolerant, but also by showing respect to your heritage and where you come from. To truly get past any difficulties, you must be able to embrace the standards of the society in which you live in, and also the principles of Arya Samaj. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me today. I truly hope you all